Hello and welcome back onto the mat today. So with our practice, it will be very much a rise and shine, an uplifting practice to start off your day, or perhaps somewhere midday you just need a little pick-me-up with some movement coinciding with some breath work. Before we get started, feel free to grab yourself a yoga block if you have one at hand. Otherwise, just find yourself a large hardback book which can pretty much emulate what a yoga block does. Essentially, it's going to act as an extension of your arm to give yourself some extra reach so that you don't have to overforce yourself as you go into some of the poses. Okay, so when you're ready, we'll start in a comfortable cross-legged seat. So feel free, if you want to use your block to start off with, it can be a really wonderful way just to add a little bit of height and just to elevate your seat. When you find yourself into a cross-legged seat to begin with, perhaps you're just at the beginning of your yoga journey. You might feel a little bit uncomfortable around the hips. You might find yourself kind of slumping a little bit through your upper body. So what can be quite nice is just to give your seat a little rise. So whether you have your books, you could use some cushioning just to apply underneath your seat. If you have two books of the similar sizes, you can apply them one alongside the other. And if you have yoga blocks, then fantastic, go ahead and use them now. So as you just start off, just elevating your seat, and you're just going to observe how, as your seat begins to rise, it encourages the shins to begin to lower that little bit closer down to the ground. And as you feel yourself in connection to the floor here below you, just start by giving yourself a wiggle. Let's just wiggle into our seat. Let's give ourselves a chance just to land. Perhaps you've not long woken up. So just give yourself a moment just to feel your seat in contact to the surface here beneath you. And then whenever you're ready, just invite your eyelids now just to begin to close down. And you're now just going to add in some extra movement of your own. Perhaps you'll just take a twist from side to side. Maybe you just want to give yourself a moment just to roll through your shoulders, roll through your head, your neck. Now this movement here, just taking it with the eyelids closed, just so you can begin to just tap into your body's own innate knowing of just what it needs to start off with before we truly, fully begin to go into our flow, our practice today together. And when you're feeling good, allow yourself to slowly come back to stillness. And I want you now just to visualize the crown of your head stacking over the tops of your shoulders stacking over the tops of your hips, and then feeling your seat just comfortably root down to the surface here beneath you. Right now, you're creating this beautiful long line through the center of your body, almost as if you could visualize yourself just pulling energy up from the ground, let it rise up through the center line, as if it's moving up towards the direction of the morning sky. And once you found that lift, that rise, just release any sensation of rigidness. Perhaps it's around the shoulders, perhaps it's around the jaw, maybe it's still felt within the hands, or perhaps into your feet. Now, before we get going into our movement, let us begin to connect first of all with our breath. Our breath is what allows our yoga practice to become a moving meditation. It's what allows us to come out of our head and back into our bodies. It's what allows us to begin to create that movement, that flow, that gentle heat that we want to begin to bring into ourselves and ignite our own inner flame. So just bring awareness first of all into your breath, and just allow for your inhale just to anchor you first back into your body. And as you exhale, releasing it out from the mouth, just letting it go. And then we'll just take another slow, deep breath in. And then exhale out from the mouth, let it go. Now just take one more like that, slow breath in. Now feel it begin to move down to your lower belly. And then exhale out from the mouth, let it go. Now just sealing off through the lips, invite the breath back in through your nose. And then exhale out from your nose. Now we're going to take ourselves just with a little bit of breath work, coherent breath work, just to help, just to soothe the nervous system before going through the practice. where we'll take a breath in for 6 and breath out for 6. When you're ready, take a breath in for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then just breathe in. And breathing out for 6. And we'll take one more of those, inhaling for 6. And one last exhale for 6. Now just let go of the counting and just return to a comfortable pace of your breath now. When we give ourselves a chance just to find the breath is what allows us just to calm the nervous system down, and what allows us to come back into our body, drop back into the present, which is where we're going to land as we move through this awakening flow together. Now, when you're ready, as your eyelids begin to blink open, let your arms just reach out wide, lift them all the way over your head, and begin to look up towards the ceiling. Let your arms just really open out nice and wide as you feel into that stretch. Take a nice deep breath in. And on the exhale, begin to bring your arms down to the ground. And as you do, just shake up through the wrists. Shake up through the wrists, lower the arms back down to the ground. Now, with your hands removing any props that are currently underneath your seat, as you move them away from under your seat, let your hands rest upon your knees. We'll begin to take some circles now. Begin to allow yourself to move your way around. So let's waken up through the body now in a nice, gentle way. So allow your movement to feel more like a massage for your hips, your shoulders, your whole body as you begin to just stir your way around. And now when you're ready, begin to switch the direction of your circles. We'll begin to just flow in the opposite way. Just find your rhythm here. And just observe if you recognize you're going quite quickly, quite fast. Connect back to your breath and allow your movement to follow that slow, deep breath. When you're ready, come back to center, and we'll now move into cat and cow stretches. With the inhale, hands still to the knees, pull the heart forwards, lift the chin, and begin to look up. With the exhale, begin to round, tuck your chin into your chest. Inhaling, begin to lift and rise, open up through the front. And exhale, begin to round, tucking chin to the chest. Take 2 more, inhale. And exhale. 1 more, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, take your arms out wide, lift them overhead, begin to look up, shining your heart up towards the ceiling as you begin to gaze towards the direction of the morning sky. And again, when you're ready, look forward, shake up for your wrists, lower the arms down towards the ground. Nice. Let us now roll over towards our hands and our knees. So as you take yourself to your hands and your knees, if it's comfortable, roll over the shins. Otherwise, just sweep your legs around to the sides. Take yourself to your tabletop pose, hands underneath the wrists, knees roughly hip apart. And let us begin to start by rocking the hips side to side. Begin to move yourself back and forth. And when you're ready, begin to create some circles here from this tabletop pose. So let yourself just move around through your hips, your shoulders, your head. Let it get nice and heavy. And then when you're ready, switch the direction of your circles. Begin to rotate in the opposite way. So you're getting into any tight, sticky or sleepy areas in your body. And then when you're ready, begin to move through your cat and cow stretches from tabletop pose. So with the breath in, let the belly drop, tailbone heart lift, look forwards. And with your exhale, begin to round, taking your chin in towards your chest. Inhale, you begin to open up, you look forwards. Exhale, you begin to round, tucking chin into your chest. 1 more. Inhale, as you begin to open up, look forwards. Exhale, you begin to round, tucking chin to the chest. And then inhale, bring yourself back in towards neutral tabletop position. When you're ready, just simply tuck your toes under, push back towards your heels and glide the palms further out in front. Let your forehead now drop down towards the ground. So you're creating now this active child's pose. The toes stay tucked under here. So just beginning to bring more emphasis into the stretch through the side body. Let it begin to feel this sense of reawakening opening up through the back body, open up through the front body. The forehead is just here grounded towards the floor, and you may wish to just roll it side to side just to help encourage to release any tension that might have arisen here around your brow line, your forehead this morning. And as you place your head nice and still, we're going to begin to create some waves here. So as you get ready, inhale, begin to come up, rounded cat pose. And on your exhale, take a cow stretch pose and sink straight back to the heels of your feet. Inhale, come up, rounded cat pose. Exhale, cow stretch pose, send it back to the heels of your feet. 2 more. So inhale, come up, you're looking towards the belly button. Exhale, as you travel back, you're looking towards the front top end of your mat. Last one, inhale, begin to round, puffing up through the back body. Exhale, let your belly drop, tailbone heart lift as you push it back. Now inhale just into rounded cat pose now. When you're ready, really feel as if you're hugging your belly button to the spine. You're now going to let your knees begin to lift and just hover for a moment from the ground. Nice. Begin to feel yourself now. Begin to truly awaken. When you're ready, send your hips up and back into your first downward dog. As your hips begin to rise, let's pedal it out. So as one knee bends, allow for the other leg to lengthen and give yourself this chance just to find some movement out here. Nice. And then when you're ready, take a moment, just ground the hands, ground down into your feet. Let the hips begin to send themselves up and back as you explore that first downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Take a big breath out. When you're ready, inhale, let your knees begin to bend, looking up to the top of your mat and make your way up, tiptoe step, or feel free if you want to hop, of course you can. As you find your way to the top, take a halfway lift. And you're feeling into this flat back as your legs lengthen. Next exhale, take a nice forward fold and bend as much as you like through your 2 knees. Roll your way up to stand now. Lift your arms high up over the top of your head. And then with the exhale, bring the palms together, prayer hands to your heart. As you release the arms just down to the sides of your body, just stay exactly as you are as I just turn to face back towards you again. You're here in your Tadasana pose. Your feet are feeling grounded. You're feeling this gentle pool of energy moving up through the center line of your body, like you'll be lifted up from the crown of your head. We're now going to take ourselves through a sun salutation, a beautiful way to bring a little lift into our bodies, into our day. As you get ready, take a breath in, lift your arms overhead, begin to look up towards the thumbs. Exhale, take a forward fold, hinge from your hips, take it down to the ground. When you're ready, inhale, halfway lift is going to prepare us as we take an exhale to step back into a high plank. Drop your knees if you need to, otherwise hold. And now when you're ready, drop your knees, chin, chest towards the ground, keeping belly and hips lifted. Pull forwards into cobra, so as you slide forwards, roll the shoulders down away, press down into the tops of your feet. Next exhale, downward dog. Tuck your toes under and let your hips begin to rise again. You are there. Perfect. So this is just going to give ourselves a chance just to really kind of shift any sticky or sleepy energy in the body. Taking 2 more breaths here. Taking 1 more breath here. When you're ready, take a breath in, let your heels begin to rise. As your knees begin to bend, look to the top of the mat. Tiptoe step or hop towards the top once more. Halfway lift to lengthen. Exhale, take it back down, forward fold. Roll it up with the inhale, lift your arms up high. Exhale back into Tadasana pose. Nice. So let's warm up again. Another sun salutation. Breath in, lift your arms overhead, looking towards the thumbs. Exhale, fold, hinge from your hips, take it down. Halfway lift, you begin to lengthen, feel into your flat back. Exhale as you step back into your high plank, and then lower the knees, chin, chest to the earth, and modify chaturanga. Come forward into your cobra, pull the heart forwards, roll the shoulders down away, take it back into your downward dog. The hips begin to lift up and back. You are there. And you'll begin to feel a little bit of warmth now as you move through 2 rounds of these sun salutations. Take 1 more breath in. Take 1 last breath out. When you're ready, take a nice deep bend for your knees, lift the heels from the ground. As you look towards the top, use the exhale to travel back to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, breathe out, forward fold. Roll up with the inhale, lift your arms up high, begin to look up towards the thumbs, and with the exhale, palms together, prayer hands to your heart. Release the arms back down towards the sides of your body. Nice. And now let's just give ourselves a chance just to waken up, shaken out. So just shake out for a moment through your wrists, through your arms, through your legs. When you're ready, sweep your arms high up over your head, looking up to the thumbs. Exhale, back down into your forward fold. Now as you get ready, take a halfway lift. With the exhale, step your left ball of the foot towards the back of your mat now. Dropping left knee down towards the ground. Perfect. As you untuck the back toes, bring your hands upon your right thigh bone. And as you rest your palms there, just begin to push down and away and begin to lift and pull the heart high. Stay with the palms upon your thighs if it feels good. Reach your arms forwards and up now, and feel free to take your gaze up towards the direction of the ceiling. Now as you pause here, feel as if you're just wrapping right hip back and left hip forwards. Take another deep breath in. With the exhale, release your hands now down towards the ground. We're moving into simple twist. Tuck your left toes under, begin to allow for your left knee to rise, and now reach that right arm up towards the ceiling, up towards the sky. Nice. With the arm lifted, you're going to take some circles with this right arm, reach it behind you, drop it forwards, reach out in front, and then moving into those circles. Now if you want to add on, feel free to now rock back and forth. And it feels like you're trying to oil out through your right shoulder joint, and add some gentle movement here for the hips and your legs. Last circle. And when you're ready, releasing right hand down, drop your left knee and tuck your back left toes to the ground. We're going to now reach the right arm as far forwards as you can go. Stretch out through the fingertips as you lunge forward. Now when you're ready, as you take it back, rock the hips back, lengthen through that front leg, and reach your right fingertips back as far back as they can go. Now let that flow as you move forwards and back. Reaching it forwards and reaching it back. Reaching it forwards and reaching it back. Nice. Reaching it forwards and reach it back. Two more. Reach it forwards and reach it back. Last one. Reach it forwards and reach it back. Nice. Now as you come forwards, right hand to the inside of your right foot. Pick up your left toe, sweep them off towards your right hand side. So this is where you can have the option of using your blocks. Right hand upon a block, your book, or to the surface of the mat, or if you like it gentler, just rest your right forearm upon your right thigh. That works just as well. Choose your height that you want to rest your right palm upon, and then sweep that left arm all the way high to the sky, and allow your gaze to follow that top left hand now. Feel this gentle resistance of your right arm against the inside of your right leg. As you open up, peel open through the chest as you begin to gaze up to the ceiling. Take another deep breath in. Take another slow breath out. Nice. As you look down towards the ground, removing any blocks or books out of your way, release the left hand towards the back of your mat. We're going into modified side plank. Your right leg is now going to begin to lengthen as your left hand grounds, reach that right arm to the sky. Let yourself really lift through the left hand side of your body as your fingertips of the right hand point up to the ceiling. You can stay as you are, grounded through your right foot. Otherwise, go ahead and pick up through your right leg now. Perfect. Take one more breath in here. With the exhale, lower your right foot if it's lifted. Release your right hand down now. Take yourself into a high plank position. So as you reach that left leg back, take a breath in. Exhale, drop your knees, chin, chest towards the floor. Pull it forwards into cobra, inhale. Take a downward dog, exhale. The hips are up, nice and high once again. Ground back into your hands, ground back in towards your feet. Take another slow breath in. Another slow breath out. When you're ready, take a breath in, let your knees begin to bend. As your heels rise from the ground, look up to the top of the mat. Exhale brings you back to the top. Tiptoe, step or hop. Halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale into your forward fold. Roll up with your inhale, reach your arms up high, looking up towards the thumbs. Exhale, bring yourself back into your Tadasana. Nice, second side. Inhale, lift your arms up high, looking up to the thumbs. Exhale into your forward fold as you hinge from your hips. A halfway lift, we're gonna lengthen and prepare by stepping the right ball of the foot to the back of the mat. With the right ball of the foot to the back of the mat, drop the right knee and tuck your back right toes. Guide your hands upon that left thigh. Pushing down and away, begin to feel into that lift. Stay where you are, palms resting upon the thigh bones. Otherwise, reach the arms forwards and then up. And maybe if comfortable, the balance allows gazing up to the direction of the ceiling. Really nice. Now really feel as if you're trying to hug that left hip back and that right hip forwards. Perfect, take another breath in. With the exhale, release the hands down towards the mat. Tuck under your back right toes, lift your back right knee. Into simple twist now, reach that left arm towards the sky. In your simple twist, take some movement, circles out through this left arm. Feeling into that rotation. If you want to add on, maybe you rock back and forth now. And feeling yourself lengthen out through that left leg and then re-bend back into that left knee. So we're finding this sense of fluidity here throughout the movement. Take one last circle with your left arm and then releasing left hand back down towards the ground here below. Untuck your back right toes as they reach towards the earth. Reach that left arm as far forwards as you can go as you lunge forwards. Now as you take it back, reach the left fingertips as far back as they can go. Now let it flow. When you're ready, reach it forwards and reach it back. As you lunge forward, really reach it forwards. As you lengthen the left leg, really reach it back. Nice, reach it forwards, reach it back. Two more, reach it forwards, reach it back. Last one, reach it forwards, reach it back. When you're ready, rebend into your left knee. If you want to use your props, guide them to the inside of your left foot. Pick up your right toe, sweep them off to the left-hand side. Otherwise, your gentler variation, just simply let your left forearm rest upon your left thigh. If you want your left hand flat to the mat, then go ahead, take that instead. Reach your right arm all the way up towards the sky. As you do, you're feeling that resistance of your left arm against the inside of your left thigh. Opening, opening, opening. Perfect. Enjoying that stretch for your final breath in. A final breath out. As you look back to the ground to remove any props that are currently in our way. Modify side plank, right hand now, back towards the front of the mat. Left leg long, reach that left arm all the way high up over your head as you now gaze up to the direction of that left thumb. Stay with your left foot grounded, but if you want to add on, begin to pick the left leg from the mat. So you're really just lifting through the right hand side of your body, trying to take weight out to that right wrist, out to your right shoulder, out of your right hip. Take one more breath in. Exhale, drop the left foot to the ground, reach the left hand back to the mat, meet in the same direction as your right palm as you move into high plank. Wrist here in line with our shoulders. Reach that right leg behind you, take an inhale. Exhale, drop your knees, chin, chest to the ground. Come forwards into Cobra, breath in. Now take a child's pose with your breath out. We'll take an extended child's pose. So bring your knees as wide as the mat. Allow for your big toes to connect, your forehead to drop down to the ground. Sink back towards the heels of your feet. And as you sink back here in your child's pose, beginning now to feel that gentle warmth, the vibration, the energy now rising through your whole body. And when you're ready, take a bend through your elbows. As your elbows bend, guide the palms of your hands to touch, so you now have your hands into prayer hands, fingertips pointing to the ceiling. And if there's space, walk the elbows a touch further forward. Just deepening that stretch here through the upper body. when you're ready, just rest the backs of the hands to the ground, palms of hands just facing up to the ceiling right now, just to ease up through the wrists. And as the palms rotate back to face the floor, lift the forehead, walk your hands towards you now. And as you begin to rise, begin to allow your seat to come back to the ground. As we take ourselves into those final stretches before we come to a close, reach your right leg now out in front of you. Keep a bend into your left knee. Step it over to the outer edge of your right thigh, and we'll add a twist to our left-hand side. Reach your left fingertips behind you and then anchor down for the left fingertips. Just simply hug your left thigh into your chest as you look over your left shoulder. Feel your right heel of your foot. Just begin to push forward. And we take those final 2 breaths here, just enjoying these final stretches. And then when you're ready, as you look towards the front, half a shoelace. So dropping that left knee upon the right knee, right toes just point to the right, and just add a fold. It doesn't matter how far you go, whether you're still quite high, or you feel your forehead lowering towards the direction of your knee, just take a moment in your half shoelace. Two more breaths here. And then when you're ready, come all the way up and we'll take our stretches second side. Left leg long, right knee bends, step the foot across. Take a twist to your right hand side. Right fingertips behind you, anchor down. Hug that right thigh into your chest and begin to just look over your right shoulder. We're feeling left heel of the foot begin to push out in front. So our stretch becomes very much an active stretch. Take your last 2 breaths here. And then when you're ready, looking back towards your front left foot, half shoelace, dropping right knee upon that left knee. Take a breath in and then exhale, add your fold from here. Again, it does not matter how low you begin to lower. Just let your head get heavy. Let the shoulders get heavy as you just melt down to the direction of your right thigh. Take your last 2 breaths here. And then when you're ready, walk your fingertips back towards you as you begin to rise. You can choose here a traditional Shavasana, unravel your legs, recline back onto the ground, drop in there. But seeing as this is more of an uplifting practice to get ourselves ready for the day, feel free instead just to arrive into a comfortable cross-legged seat. Maybe you simply just want your back to be rested, supported by a wall, a support here behind you as you allow for your eyelids to close. As your eyelids close, maybe you're reclined against the ground here beneath you. Maybe you opted to be upright with your back just supported by a wall, a surface behind you. And just giving yourself a moment now to fully land.